What's up, guys? You are welcome to another video. As you already know, my name is Tricky and this is Men's Physique Updates YouTube channel. First of all, I want to say a big thank you to all the subscribers of this channel. Without you, there is no channel. So from the bottom of my heart, I say thank you and God bless you. If you're a Men's Physique fanatic and you haven't subscribed yet, kindly subscribe to this channel. On that note, I want to give a big shout out to a couple of guys who always comment on my videos. They share their thoughts. They always like my videos. So shout out to you guys. KJG Roy. Shout out to Aziz Lee. Shout out to Johnny and also to MVM. Thank you guys for always commenting and sharing your thoughts. I love you guys. So let's get straight into today's video. Today we're going to discuss the Olympia, the just ended Olympia. So I haven't really shared my thoughts, and that is exactly what I'm going to do. We're going to divide them into segments. So in the first segment, I call it the big boys. I call this segment the big boys. And this segment consists of 4 athletes. Okay, so we're going to start from athletes who placed 16th, who placed last. Before I go into this video, before I delve into this video, I want to say congratulations to all the athletes. There are thousands of men's physique athletes around the world, and only a little over 30 athletes can qualify to the Olympia. So if you made it to the Olympia, then you are already a winner. Okay, automatically you may not be number 1, but you are already a winner. To be able to make it out of the thousands of men's physique athletes, you are already a winner. So I know a lot of athletes will be down because they placed 16th, but I don't see the downside of being at the Olympia. Okay, you were at the Olympia. That is the biggest bodybuilding show in the world. So if you made it to the Olympia, no matter what you placed, congratulations. And that was a good show you all put out there. The fans are happy. You made us all happy, and now we have something to talk about. So thank you so much. Let's go into the video now. Okay, so the big boy segment. The big boy segment is going to consist of Bong Seok Choi, Cam Harris, Fernando Chala, and Kim Min Soo. So let's take Fernando Chala for example. Okay, so Fernando Chala came into the show. He looked sharp. He looked really good. His confidence on stage was extraordinary. Okay, he looked really great. His lines, everything were on point. But then he placed dead last. He placed 16th. And I think I have a rough idea why he placed 15th. I think he came into the show really big. Okay, I think the judges are becoming more aware that it's becoming difficult to differentiate a classic physique athlete from a men's physique athlete. I'm going to show you a photo. Look at this photo. This is a photo of Fernando Chala and Fabienne. And Fabienne is a classic physique athlete. Fernando Chala is a men's physique athlete. This photo was taken the day he qualified for the Olympia at Cheru Classic Latin America. And Fabienne also qualified for the Olympia. He won from the classic physique division. He won classic physique, and Fernando Chala won men's physique. But there is very small difference between these two guys. When you take a very good look at this photo, there is a very small, I don't know, barely any difference. Okay, so it's becoming very difficult to differentiate a classic physique athlete from a men's physique athlete. So I think he got penalized. These big boys got penalized for coming into the show big, because there's nothing wrong with Fernando Chala's physique that he brought to the Olympia. He looked extremely good. Okay, he looks really great. His back, his abs, his chest, everything was on point. But somehow he placed 16th. That should tell you something. The judges are beginning to communicate. Okay, they are telling these guys that you need to check your weight. You need to look a certain way. They are trying to set new standards for the Olympia. Another athlete who belongs to the big boys group, is Bong Seok Choi. Bong Seok Choi, from the get go, he looks like a classic physique athlete, man. He has the legs, he has everything that a classic physique athlete should have. Okay, he has the full body, okay, the full set. And when you go on his Instagram, all he ever does is classic physique poses. You should check his Instagram out. I'm gonna leave his handle. All he does is classic physique poses, and this is an example. Okay, so I think the judges, they know, they are judges for a reason. When they see an athlete, they know, okay, this guy is men's physique, but he should be in the classic physique, division. Okay, so I think Fernando Chala, Bong Seok Choi are in the same. That's why I put them in the same group, the big boys. Number 3 is Cam Harris. Y'all take a very look at Cam Harris. Cam Harris is the full set. Okay, look at his calves, guys. Check out Cam Harris's calves. His legs are literally bulging out of the shorts. Look at this shot. The judges are going to see this and they're going to be like, oh, that is a classic physique athlete. So Cam Harris himself, in a live video, said that Chris Bumstead and the other guy, the one who plays third, somehow I just forgot his name. They saw him and they said, oh, you look really, really good. Okay, you look extremely good. And they were asking him if it was a classic physique athlete. Okay, so Cam Harris himself said he needs to lose, a couple pounds to be able to fit in and, fit into the men's physique class, because him standing next to these athletes, he's dwarfing them. He's a big guy. Okay, and guys, if you want to see a video of the height and weight that these athletes came on stage with, leave it in the comment box below. I'm going to make a video, but I would really want to hear from you if you want to see the height, if you want to know the height and the weight at which they came to the Olympia. Kindly leave it in the comment below, and if I see enough comments asking for it, I'm going to make it. Okay, so Cam Harris he looks like a classic physique athlete. Okay, he has it all. Look at that. And so the judges are going to see this and be like, no, you are supposed to be in the classic physique athlete, and they're going to score him down. That is why Cam Harris probably plays 16th. That is just my thoughts, because he also looked incredible. He was shredded. He was ripped. Okay, we've seen his physique updates, and we know he was going to bring a good physique, and he did. He did bring a good physique, but somehow the judges called him down, and he was in 16th. And I'm very sure his size has a lot to do with it. And, also the game is a game of names. So I believe he's going to get there soon enough. But to me, he belongs to the big boys category. And last but not least came Min Soo, aka Thanos. Okay, if you didn't know Thanos and you saw him first time on the Olympia stage, what are you going to think? Are you going to think, oh, this guy's a men's physique athlete or a classic physique athlete? If I didn't know Thanos and I saw him, I'll be like, oh, he probably came to the show as a classic physique athlete, but somewhere along the line he changed his mind and was like, okay, I'm doing men's physique, and he put on some broad shorts and stepped on stage with the men's physique athletes. Look at the guy's legs. The guy is the full package, just like Cam Harris, Fernando Chala, and Bong Seok Choi. Look at the guy. Look at his legs. His legs were screaming out of the shorts. Okay, his legs were literally screaming. They wanted their way out of the shorts. Look at that, guys. So the judges are gonna see this and they're gonna score him down. Apart from that, he looked extremely good. He was ripped. He came in with the small waist, the broad shoulders, everything, but they still scored him down. Probably because of his size, his sheer size. The guy is a work of art. Okay, so he also belongs to the big boys squad, the big boys. And before I forget, I think there's one more athlete that I need to add to the big boys squad. Okay, and that is Corey Morris. Take a look at Corey Morris. Okay, Corey Morris is a very tall guy and is huge. Look at his arms, his chest, his delt. He's called the Delt King. he came in quite big as well. So I'm definitely going to add Corey Morris to the big boys squad. Okay, Corey Morris definitely deserves to be in the big boy squad because they have great physiques. They have perfect physiques, but somehow they were scored down and they placed 16th. So Corey Morris definitely belongs to the big boy squad. So definitely Cam Harris, Bong Seok Choi, Corey Morris, Kim Min-soo, and who else? Fernando Chala. They belong to the big boy squad. So I think if they come in a little smaller, they are going to do wonders at the Olympia or whatever show they go to. Okay, so let's move on to the next category. The next category I call the gyno problem, and this category consists of two athletes, Andre Benson and Rashad Watson. So I noticed that a lot of people in the comment were pointing out the gyno they had on Andre Benson and Rashad Watson had on stage. Okay, it was that bad, especially Andre Benson's gyno. It was so bad, his nipples were literally sagging. Okay, it was really bad. And when you look at his demeanor on stage, he seemed very nervous. He seemed like he wasn't comfortable on stage. And if I had gyno, I'll definitely not be comfortable on stage. But to bring the gyno to a big stage like the Olympia, you know, a gyno that bad, I don't know how it's going to work on his reputation. And you know, he hasn't said anything about it. I've been on his page several times. He hasn't even posted any of the photos from the competition. I know he knows that he had gyno, and I'm sure his peers are going to tell him he had gyno. He definitely knew, but you know, it's the Olympia. So when you have a chance like that to come to the Olympia, whether you have gyno or not, you want to come and show the world what you have. But a gyno takes a lot. It takes a lot out of your physique. Obviously, he has to work extremely hard, okay, to qualify and even to come to Orlando in this times. You know, shout out to Audrey Benson, but the gyno was really, really bad. Okay, I know a lot of you commented and you said gyno, so I had to just address it. Yes, it was gyno and it was that bad. Let's take a look at Rashad Watson as well. He also had gyno, but he later addressed it on his page. Okay, you should go follow Rashad Watson and Lightning. He addressed the gyno problem on his page. I'm just going to read a little bit. He said, I dealt with many unfavorable situations in this prep, but one really jacked me up. Mentally, and that, people, is gyno. So he acknowledged that he had gyno on stage, but Rashad Watson's gyno, you need to take a very close look. You need to literally like glare at his nipples before you know he had gyno. Okay, compared to Andre Benson's gyno. So he addressed the issue, and hopefully we're not going to see him gyno in shows to come. So that is the gyno category. These are stuff that happened on stage. The next category I call not big enough. So this category consists of Daniel Amons, Kali Quote, Buan Chauhan, Ricardo Croce, Swengo Che, Stephen Cow, Clarence McSpadden, and Stan Morrison. These guys were some of the sharpest guys on stage, okay? Their physiques were some of the best on stage, and yet they didn't play so well. Some of them placed 16, some of them placed anywhere from 15 to 11. You know, these guys came in really, really sharp. But men's physique is not just about bringing in the condition, it's also about bringing in the size. So in this video, we have the big boys who brought in too much size, and we have the not so big guys who brought in not enough size. Buan Chauhan himself, in a live video I watched yesterday, he said the judges told him to put on a little bit more size and he's going to do very well. Okay, so I'm sure he took the advice, and he's definitely going to add more pounds to his frame. So that is that for the not so big guys and reasons why they placed where they placed. Okay, that is just my thoughts. Okay, so not so big guys, I believe they have to put on a little bit more size. The big boys need to lose a little bit more size, and the gyno problem, they need to lose the gyno. All right, let's move on. So the next category, I call it they came. Okay, they came because these set of athletes came and they represented really, really well. Okay, so this category consists of Anthony Gilks, George Brown, Daniel Amons again, and Roderick Chesnier. Roderick Chesnier placed ninth, and I must say he looked incredible. Okay, Roderick Chesnier's physique was really good on that day. Okay, he brought the size. He was literally perfect. Okay, he brought the size. He brought the conditioning as well. So he made top 10. Anthony Gilks also brought the incredible physique. He also made top 10. And George Brown placed 11th. He also looked really good. And Daniel Amos, but before that, George Brown's physique from the front, it looked unbeatable. Okay, he looks really, really, really on point. But when he turns his back, he has some of the weakest back. Okay, his back is the weakest back in the entire squad. George Brown's back is the weakest back I saw on stage that day. Okay, and even though Andre Bezin had gyno, I believe his back was way better. Okay, way better than George Brown's back, and George Brown really needs to work on his back. Okay, so they came, George Brown and I think I mentioned Anthony Gilks, George Brown, Daniel Amons, who was in the not so big category. He's also in the they came category because I believe he placed really good. He did really good for himself. First Olympia, he did extremely great. Okay, and also Roderick Chesnier. Yeah, Roderick Chesnier also really represented well. And shout out to these athletes, and they belong to the category they came. They came because they came, and they actually really came and represented well. So the next category, I call them shocker. Okay, I call them the shocker because not because they shocked anyone, but they didn't place as well as we thought they would. And this category consists of Andre Ferguson and Kaiki Pro, aka Carlos de Oliveira. So we were shocked, okay, when we realized they didn't make the top 5. Carlos de Oliveira came in really extremely good. His muscle, everything was just bulging. He was so shredded. You could see striations everywhere, but he still couldn't make it in the top 5. He placed 7th. And even more shocking is Andre Ferguson. He has never placed outside the top 5. His years in competing, okay? He has never placed outside of the top 5. But he slacked a little bit. He didn't peak properly. And so it happened. He placed at number 6, which was the first time he has ever placed outside of the 5, okay? And me personally, I was shocked. And a lot of people were also shocked that he didn't come in, as sharp as we thought he would. He said it in an interview himself. If he came with the Arnold pop, nobody could beat him. And I, for once, believed he was going to come with the Arnold pop. But I don't know what happened, man. I really don't know what happened. But he came in, he was looking sharp, but not as sharp as he would normally look. Okay, so these are the shockers. Okay, they shocked us. They didn't place as well as we thought they would. People still think Kaiki Pro was robbed. People think, oh, he should have placed better. But it is what it is. The competition is over, okay? The next category, I call them We Made It, okay? I know it's weird names for categories, but I call this category We Made It. So this category consists of current Mr. Olympia Brandon Hendrickson, Raymond Edmonds, Jeremy Potvin, and also Kyron Holden and Andre Dew. These guys put on a show. They came, they entertained, and at the end of the day, they placed in the top 5. It's not easy to place in the top 5. The athletes at the Olympia are some of the top athletes in the entire world. They came from different parts of the world to compete. Okay, so if you are able to make it to the top 5, you made it. That is why I put them in the category We Made It, because they literally made it. And congratulations to them. We're looking forward to seeing more physiques, more improvements in their physiques. And I believe next year, if you think this year was competitive, then wait till next year, because next year I believe they're going to be even newer athletes who are going to come with with crazy physiques. So now the big boys know they need to lose a little bit of weight. The not so big guys know they need to step up. So it's going to be very competitive next year. Okay, so these are the categories, and these are my thoughts on the just ended Olympia. We have so many stories to bring to you, but before I end this video, if you want to see the weight at which this athlete came on stage, just comment below. I'm going to do a video like that. Like this video and subscribe to this channel. We'll see you in the next video. Peace out.